Welcome to Northeast Christian Church. We want to invite you to be a part of what's going on around here as we chase after the challenge that God has given us to be a Great Commission church. We hope you'll join us in that. I think it's fair that people can come to worship here and be anonymous for a while just to check it out, especially if they have a lot of questions about, what is this whole thing about Jesus. But at some point, if they're going to be a part of what God is doing here, they got to connect in some form of community, because we just weren't designed to do this thing called life by ourselves.
One of the great things about being part of a church the size of Northeast is there are a lot of opportunities to serve. A lot of people come to me and say, hey Greg, I want to be a part of the church, but I can't sing. I don't feel like I can teach, but I do want to make a difference. So there are opportunities all the time here at Northeast to go out and serve.
It's super important for people to not just come on Sunday morning and be involved that way, but to connect beyond Sunday mornings. We have life groups. There's different service and ministry opportunities both within and without of the church, so we can form those bonds.
When we invest ourselves into something, we put our shoulder into it, and we really say, hey, this is what I'm about. And I'm doing something tangible to help, what Jesus said, advance the kingdom of heaven. When I do something like that, I know that I'm part of an overall initiative that opens up the door for somebody to come hear the message of Christ.
There's nothing like watching people play a sport, but man, it's so much more fun when you can be a part of the action. And that's one of the great things about being at Northeast and just being a follower of Christ, is that you get a chance to participate.
So a lot of times when you get in a church, it looks like a football stadium. You have, 20,000 spectators on the stands, and then you have just a few people that need a rest on the field. And what we want to do is we want to be coaches that equip you guys to get on the field and play and make a difference. We want to get everyone out of the stands and onto the playing field.
We can always use more adults investing in our students. The more personal touches, the more personal relationships a student has when they show up on Wednesday night for the movement or for the uprising, or when they show up on Sunday morning for one of the Bible studies, the more likely they are to be connected, to feel like they belong here, that this is their church family, that this is where they should be spending their Wednesday nights and their Sunday mornings. And so we always have a team of adults working with our students who are small group leaders, who are mentors, who are training students. And my job as the student minister is to be developing our leaders. So I work with adults who work with students, and I work with students who are our leadership team who work with other students.
We can always use volunteers, and there's so many different things you can do in children's ministry. People can do things as simple as greeting children and new families and walking them to their classrooms. If they have some computer skills, they can get people signed into our database. If they just want to hang out with kids or can teach, we can use them on Sunday mornings and Wednesday nights.
And we want to get back to what Christ intended the church to be. And He intended that the church was a group of people called out from the world to impact the world around them.
If you're looking for a church and you're just kind of shopping around, you're new to the area, or I don't know what has led you here, but if you're looking for a place that is a group of people who are trying to be the very best example of the Great Commission that Jesus gave us, then we want to encourage you to be a part of what's going on here. We want you to know this church is committed to the very best of our ability, and by God's grace and His direction, we're going to be the best Great Commission church that we can be. And if we get it right, there will be people in heaven someday, and I hope you'll be a part of that. I don't think there's anything more invigorating to know that you were part of something that changed the eternal destiny of someone.